Hey, it's another new week, another stack of books. Let me show you what I got. Hi, this is James for Read More Comics. Let's get the usuals out of the way. Please, if you love listening to me ramble on about comics, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about my books this week. As I shared in the intro, it's another new week, first new comic book day of 2026, and I went to my LCS of choice, Buy Me Toys in beautiful Mishawaka, Indiana, to pick up my books. All of these, except one, is a pre-order, something I'm subscribing to. So why don't we just dive in? I'll show you what I got. First up, and I think this was, at least first blush, my big book of the week. We got Absolute Batman Ark-M, issue number 1. This is a one-shot. I have the A cover. This is by Josh Hickson. And then when I got there, I also, and this is something, I'll be honest, in the last, since at least the pandemic, I've seen my collecting habits change, and I'm not so much cover buying anymore, but I saw this cover and I went for it too. This is the C cover by Riley Rossmo. And what I loved about it is in the silhouette of Batman, if you zoom in, you know, we're getting kind of this, sketch detail of Arkham Asylum. So I thought that was really cool. I think I'll probably publish a short over the weekend giving a more detailed review of this. Ironically, in a short I can do that. But again, first blush, I enjoyed the book. It kind of had a Victorian feel to it, vibe. The artist on this was Frank Thierry, and that's very different than we're seeing in the main Absolute Batman book with Dragata. It had a very different tempo, which is cool to see, considering Scott Snyder wrote both books. So after that, we have another Absolute book. This is Absolute Superman issue number 15. This is Gerard Perel cover. Out of the Absolute books I've been reading, and no pun intended considering the cover, this one's been a really slow burn, but I'm finding the exploration of who Absolute Superman is to be really enjoyable. It's more of a character study than we're seeing in Absolute Batman or Absolute Wonder Woman. And I love that Ra's al Ghul is the villain, the main antagonist for Kal-El, which is kind of flipping the script instead of making him for Batman. An absolute brainiac in this is a nemesis. Okay. In the main DC universe, we have Batman issue number 5. This is by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. So with this, I've been pulling the A cover. I really like the trade dress. And honestly, the corner box is a nostalgia buy for me. This has been a solid book. I think Matt Fraction, if you've read any of his stuff, he has writing chops, right? But what really intrigues me about this title is how Jorge Jimenez is changing up kind of his panel organization and his art style to fit the story that Matt Fraction and he are telling. And he knows Batman. He's been writing it or drawing it for what, like 6 years? So this is really cool. We have a Titan book. This is Conan, Scourge of the Serpent, issue number 4. This is the A cover by Roberto De La Torre. This is similar to Titan's other Conan crossover. You're having a bunch of Robert E. Howard characters deal with some Hyperborean threat. It's fun. We have another DC book. This is Poison Ivy issue number 40. Okay, that's pretty awesome to see a non-Batman or, you know, Trinity book. Any of the Justice League characters, you know, honestly, go to issue number 40. This is the Josh Way cover. I just thought it was just immense. It kind of has a tarot card feel to it to me, with the background and the border. So I just thought that was awesome. What I've been enjoying about this title, honestly, is how I'm vacillating in my attitude as a reader to who Pamela Isley is. You know, there's been a part of this run where I'm going like, oh, she's just misunderstood. She has good intentions. And then there's another part of where I'm going like, she's really a sociopath, you know? So I think that says a lot about Wilson's writing in this, in being able to maintain kind of that wax and wane conflict for the reader, and keeping this tangential to Gotham and other Batman rogues gallery characters. I think that is a shrewd balancing act also, and not making it just a kind of a villain of the week book. You know, this is like I said with Absolute Superman, this really is a character study of Pamela Isley in this case. It's been really solid. And then last single Marvel book, we have Spider-Man Noir issue number 4. This is the third volume. So I originally picked this up really for two reasons. One, I think Spider-Man Noir and the other Spider-Verse characters, like from the movie, are really cool. Okay, and I love Nick Cage as this character. The other one is Simone DeMeo doing the covers on this. I thought at first he'd be doing the interior, so I'm a little disappointed in that. I thought that would have been super cool, to quote my grandson. Haven't read any of these books yet, so we're on issue number 4. I'll probably get caught up with it over the weekend. So there you have it. Those are my books for the week. Let me know what you think. What did you pull this week? What's standing out to you? I've noticed, like, looking ahead, my weekly polls seem to, you know, I think if you have a poll list, it kind of wax and wanes, and I'm noticing that my poll list is getting a little lighter. In 2025, I had a lot of miniseries or maxi series on my pull list, and a lot of those have dropped off. I think I had 15 different miniseries on my list. So I still have maybe more books than I want, because I want to be able to leverage some of my resources to pick up other things, but that's like another video. We'll talk about that later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell in the corner, and don't forget, life is better if you read more comics.